Hey everyone, gamers, history buffs, and Call of Duty fans. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the full story of Call of Duty 3, the 2006 classic that takes us straight to the battlefields of World War II. Developed by Treyarch and published by Activision, this game is a gripping journey through the summer of 1944. Buckle up, because this is going to be a long, detailed video packed with every character, location, date, and event from the game. Grab a coffee or tea, settle in, and let's get started. Call of Duty 3 released in 2006 for PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Nintendo. Call of Duty 3 is set in the aftermath of the D-Day invasion during July and August 1944 in the Normandy region of France. The game centers on the Falaise Gap, or Falaise Pocket, a pivotal operation where Allied forces, Americans, British, Canadians, Poles, and French resistance fighters worked to encircle and destroy the German 7th Army. This battle was a turning point in the Western Front, paving the way for the liberation of France and the push toward Germany. Unlike its predecessors, Call of Duty 3 offers a single cohesive campaign told from the perspectives of 4 different groups: Americans, British, Canadians, and Poles. Each group has its own characters and missions, weaving together like pieces of a puzzle to form an epic narrative. The gameplay is packed with action, from urban firefights and close-quarters combat to tank battles and jeep chases. Let's break down each section and meet the characters. Ready? Let's roll. The story kicks off with Private Joseph Nichols, a rookie soldier from the U.S. 29th Infantry Division. It's early July 1944, just weeks after D-Day. Nichols joins a squad led by Sergeant Frank McCullen, a battle-hardened but compassionate leader. The squad includes Corporal Mike Dixon, a sharp and professional soldier, Private Leroy Huxley, a wisecracking sharpshooter, and later Private Salvatore Guzzo, a spirited and loyal radio operator. The first mission takes place in St. Lo, nicknamed the capital of ruins due to its near-total destruction in July 1944. The squad must clear the city's rubble-strewn streets, filled with German G-42 nests and snipers. The urban combat is intense. Players take cover behind walls, lob grenades, and engage in brutal hand-to-hand fights. McCullen mentors Nichols, teaching him to stay cool under pressure in these chaotic battles. In the second mission, the squad storms a bombed-out church in St. Lo, which the Germans are using as a stronghold. This is a key moment. Dixon is gravely wounded, and McCullen leads the squad through a deadly ambush. Guzzo, usually stuck on radio duty, steps up by tossing a grenade to take out an G-42 nest, earning the squad's trust. The camaraderie and tension in these moments make you feel like you're right there in the trenches. After St. Lo, the squad moves into the rural areas around Falaise. In subsequent missions, they face German panzer tanks and infantry in open fields. One standout mission is the capture of a key bridge in Mayen, July 1944, where Nichols hauls an M1919 machine gun and, with Huxley's help, fends off a German counterattack. The squad's banter, like Huxley's complaints about Army Chow, adds a human touch to the chaos. In the final missions of this arc, the squad reaches Chambois, a critical point in closing the Falaise Pocket. Here, they link up with Canadian and Polish forces to tighten the encirclement. Guzzo takes charge after Dixon's injury, showing his growth as a leader. In a heartfelt moment, McCullen tells Guzzo, "You went from a radio guy to a real leader." By the end, Guzzo is promoted to sergeant, while Nichols and Huxley become corporals. This moment fills you with pride, like you're part of the squad's journey. Next up, we switch to the British perspective, where you play as Sergeant James Doyle from the Special Air Service SAS. If you played Call of Duty United Offensive, you'll recognize Doyle. This section is set in August 1944 and focuses on covert operations and collaboration with the Maquis, the French resistance in Normandy. Doyle parachutes into a forested area near Falaise alongside Corporal Duncan Keith, a gruff but brave Scotsman, Wilkins, and Major Gerald Ingram. Their mission is to aid the Maquis, led by Pierre Laroche, in sabotaging German infrastructure before the Falaise encirclement. Things go south fast. Wilkins is killed in a German ambush, but Doyle is saved by Laroche and Isabelle Dufontaine, a fearless Maquis fighter. The first mission is pure stealth action bliss. You hop into jeeps named Vera and Lynn, a nod to wartime singers, and raid a German outpost. The objective is to destroy a Flak 88 anti-aircraft gun to clear the way for Allied air support. Driving the jeep through winding roads while firing the mounted machine gun is one of the game's most thrilling moments. In the next mission, Doyle and Keith infiltrate a German base to rescue Marcel, a Maquis member captured while stealing plans for a German fuel plant. This mission is all about stealth, sneaking through shadows, silently taking out guards, and using explosives to crack a safe containing the plants. After freeing Marcel, the squad attacks the fuel plant, resulting in massive explosions and close-quarters combat with Schutzstaffel's troops. A gut-wrenching twist comes when it's revealed that Major Ingram is still alive, held captive in a nearby village. Against Laroche's warnings that the mission is too risky, Doyle and Keith launch a rescue operation. Tragically, Isabelle Dufontaine is killed in the firefight, leaving Marcel, her lover, devastated. Now we move to the Polish perspective, one of the game's most unique sections. You play as Corporal Bohater Wojciech, a Sherman tank driver from the Polish 1st Armored Division. Set in August 1944 around Falaise, this arc focuses on armored warfare and defending strategic positions. The tank crew includes Major Stanislav Yakubovich, the commander, Corporal Joachim Rodzinski, the gunner, Lukasz Kowalski, the loader, and Private Marek Beksaulon, another driver. The standout mission is the defense of Hill 262, also known as the Mace, a critical vantage point in the Falaise pocket. The Germans throw everything at it: Panzer IV tanks, infantry with Panzerfaust, and artillery barrages. As Wojciech, you control the Sherman tank, targeting enemy armor while using terrain like hills for cover. At times, you dismount to fight off infantry with your rifle, adding variety to the gameplay. The Polish forces suffer heavy losses. Kowalski is wounded in an explosion, and Yakubovich orders Wojciech to hold the hill at all costs, as losing it could unravel the entire Falaise operation. The Polish dialogue, filled with grit and determination, adds authenticity and pays tribute to the often overlooked contributions of Polish forces in World War II. By the end, the Poles hold Hill 262, securing a vital piece of the Falaise encirclement. The final arc focuses on the Canadians, where you play as Private Cole from the Canadian 4th Armored Division. Set in August 1944, this section is led by Lieutenant Jean-Guy Robichaud, a grizzled World War I veteran with a commanding presence. The goal is to capture Chambois, the final German stronghold in the Falaise pocket. These missions are a mix of heavy infantry and armored combat. In the first mission, Cole's squad must destroy anti-tank obstacles along the roads to Chambois. You plant dynamite, use smoke grenades for cover, and wield Bren machine guns and Lee Enfield rifles to push back German forces. Robichaud's clear orders and inspiring leadership keep the squad focused. In the climactic mission, the squad storms Chambois. The Germans fight back with Tiger tanks and elite SS troops. You capture bunkers, hold a key bridge, and call in Allied air support to repel a massive counterattack. In a memorable moment, Robichaud tells Cole, "We're fighting this war for our kids, not for us." This line hits hard, reminding you of the bigger purpose behind the bloodshed. By the end, the Canadians take Chambois, sealing the Falaise pocket and capturing or eliminating thousands of German soldiers. Call of Duty 3 wraps up with the fall of Chambois and the closing of the Falaise pocket in August 1944. The campaign spans 14 missions, each tied to specific locations and dates. A Saint-Lô, July 1944, intense urban combat to clear the city. A Mayen, July 1944, capturing strategic bridges and roads. A Hill 262, the Mace, August 1944, the Polish armor defense. A Chambois, August 1944, the final push to close the Falaise pocket. A rural and forested areas around Falaise for SAS and Maquis missions. Each section has its own vibe. The American missions are gritty urban warfare, the British arc feels like a spy thriller, the Polish missions deliver intense tank battles, and the Canadian arc blends strategy and action. The soundtrack, composed by Joel Goldsmith, is packed with epic and emotional tracks that amplify moments like the defense of Hill 262 or Ingram's rescue. Call of Duty may not be as iconic as Modern Warfare or Black Ops, but it was a masterpiece for its time. The graphics, especially on Xbox 360 and PS3, were stunning in 2006. The detailed environments, like the rubble of Saint-Lô or the muddy roads of Normandy, and the voice acting create an immersive experience. The gameplay variety is a huge strength. One moment you're firing a Thompson submachine gun in a trench, the next you're blasting panzers in a Sherman tank or racing through Normandy in a jeep. New mechanics, like hand-to-hand combat using button prompts to melee enemies, and dynamite planting, added freshness to the series. The story excels at showcasing the courage of ordinary soldiers, resistance fighters, and lesser-known groups like the Poles. Characters like Guzzo, who evolves from a radio operator to a leader, or Marcel, grieving for Isabel, bring a human depth to the war's chaos. Historical inspiration. The Falaise Pocket was a real event in August 1944, resulting in the capture of around 50,000 German soldiers and paving the way for the liberation of Paris. Real characters? While Nichols, Doyle, and others are fictional, they're inspired by real soldiers and resistance groups. The Maquis played a crucial role in sabotaging German operations. Development crunch. Treyarch had less than a year to develop the game to meet the PS3 launch, which explains some rushed elements, but the quality still holds up. That's the epic story of Call of Duty 3, a journey from St. Lo to Chambois, filled with heroism, sacrifice, and unforgettable moments. What did you think? Which mission or character was your favorite? Did you love the tank battles on Hill 262, Doyle's sneaky SAS missions, or maybe Huxley's banter in the American squad? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more Call of Duty story breakdowns like Modern Warfare or World at War. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single video. Until next time, stay safe and hold the line.